What's up, guys, girls, and everything in between? It's Reggie with 2Gs. Man, I just realized I need to record a new intro. And me screaming. Maybe I'll make up something a little cooler. All right, so let's roll it and get to it. Reggie with 2Gs. Reggie with 2Gs. Reggie with 2Gs. Alright, so what I wanted to talk about today is my thoughts on the motovlogging community as a whole. Where I see it going, what issues I see, and this is all based from my perspective. So let's start at where I want to start about and issues I see with the motovlogging community. Now, I'm starting to see a lot of people get, to use a phrase One Down Four Up uses, butthurt when they first start motovlogging and they don't instantaneously gain 100,000 subs and fame and notoriety. Let's go back this way because I'm going home. I don't know why the hell I did that. That was weird. These handlebars are weird. Anyway, and that's all fine and dandy. Some of them figure out real quick that you're not going to grow at that rate. A lot of these quote-unquote bigger motovloggers have been doing it for a long time, so it takes a long time to get there yourself. But the other issue I'm seeing, and this is coming from my view or my perspective, is a lot of these bigger motovloggers are causing problems within the own community. I think a lot of those bigger guys do not realize that all these people who start motovlogging because of them. And then when they finally get a chance to meet these guys or interact with them, they find out, just like most other humans, that they're pretty much pieces of shit. I'm just gonna say it. And they're surprised because they don't get the interaction. And I think a lot of it stems from the actual smaller motovloggers kissing the bigger motovloggers' ass. I mean, if you go look at the comments on almost every video a bigger motovlogger puts out, any of these smaller motovloggers sit here and just kiss their ass and tell them how great they are. And that's fine if you want to do that. If you think you'll be able to get a couple of 12, 13-year-old, whatever age demographic of people that are watching them to watch you, that's cool. But it puts in other people's heads that these guys are cool, and then when they finally get to interact with them, they see that they're not. Example, the Moto Talks thing that happened. It just, I'm not even going to go into that, but it just shows that people are people, and it just seems to me like these bigger guys are scared that they're going to lose subscribers to the new guy coming up, and then when the new guy gets to a certain size, they try to indoctrinate them into their system, and then all of a sudden those guys stop doing the things that they were doing when they first started their channel. I take the time to reply to all my comments on my channel, all of them. And then you have these guys who build their channel, they get 100, 200,000 subscribers, then they say, all right, I'm going full-time YouTube. They put out less content than they were putting out before, and then to top all of that off, they don't reply to any comments anymore. And it's like, I'm sorry, I have to take the time to reply to my comments. If I had 100 comments, I would take the time, figure it out, reply to all 100. But if I was quote-unquote doing YouTube full-time, then I would have all the time in the world to reply to all the comments, or at least the majority of them. That's why I don't comment on any of these big, quote-unquote, big moto vloggers things anymore, because what's the point? I'm not going to get the interaction. And I think a lot of guys, when they start to actually do this and start to interact with those guys and whatnot, they realize, wow, this is what it truly is about. And then the other thing that goes on in the motovlogging community for some stupid reason is everyone thinks that because you're on YouTube, you can't make money on YouTube. I'll have you know, there's a lot of stuff I bought for this bike to help get it fixed, that YouTube monies help pay for. You know, this camera, this new camera that I got, YouTube money helped pay for that. So if someone's out there telling you, oh, you can't make money on YouTube, they're lying to you. I don't care what they say. They're lying to you, or they don't know what the hell they're doing. Because everybody else I talk to who does other genres will tell you, yeah, you know, I make some money. Now, maybe you're not making enough money because you think that you're some kind of celebrity and you should be making, I don't know, $100,000, but you're on YouTube. I'm sorry, it's YouTube. You're not really a celebrity. Nobody knows who a motovlogger is unless you watch motovlogging. My wife didn't even know what the hell I was doing when I bought this camera and strapped it to the side of my head, and I told her, oh, there's tons of people that do it. She's like, there's tons of people that buy cameras and put on their heads and talk to themselves? Yeah. What the hell? So, you know, I mean, these guys say they go full time. They go out, they have the latest and greatest cameras, and cameras aren't cheap. Someone tell me how much a GoPro Hero Black for whatever number they're on costs. Oh, excuse me. Because it's in the range of, like, I don't know, $400 for those cameras, but they got 3 of them. You know, they got a bunch of DSLRs. They're constantly buying upgrades and doohickeys for their motorcycles, but they all cry poor. And before someone brings up t-shirt sales, there's another example of it. Their channel then turns into this channel where all they do is hawk their stuff and try to sell it to you. Like, buy my t-shirt, it has my name on it. I'm sorry, I am not buying a t-shirt with two-wheel wheelie cameraman on my chest. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not buying that. Where the fuck am I gonna wear that out? You know, it just kills me. And that's their prerogative. That's another good way to generate revenue. But don't sit there and cry poor, because if you go to Teespring yourself and do the research, you can quickly figure out, if you put a t-shirt design and so many people buy it, nice Harley, nice Honda, so many people buy it, they'll actually show you on their website how much money you'll make. So they'll go out and say, oh, I sold 1,000 shirts. You can go to Teespring and see how much money you would make if you sold 1,000 shirts, and then cry poor. You know, there's examples of guys literally crying poor that they can't fix their bike after wrecking it, begging people to buy stickers and all kinds of stuff to help raise money to fix their bike. And then once they get it fixed, they don't even thank the people who do it. And then when someone calls them out, they get one down saying butt hurt and make a video like they're the victim. You know, that is 100% how I feel when it comes to this community. I see a lot of things going on that is going to come to a head at some point. You don't just continue to grow and do the things you do without there being consequences at some point, whether because your fan base grows out of you or because you change your format so much that people leave you. Example, Ray William Johnson. When I started watching YouTube, he's one of the people I used to watch. I was looking at his stats, because if you go to like a website like socialblade.com, they have a list called the worst 500 YouTubers. He was on there. He lost more subscribers than I will ever have in like 10 years on his channel. And I started doing research. I'm like, huh, that's weird. What's going on? Because I haven't watched him in years. So I went and did research to see what's going on with his channel. Why are people leaving it? And every website I went to said, no, nothing controversial happened. It's just his fan base outgrew him. He changed a bunch of things. And that's why he's losing subscribers. And I'm telling you, if this keeps going on the way it's going, at some point, maybe not now, maybe 10 years from now, at some point, it's going to come to a head. It's going to affect somebody at some point. And I don't think for a second that it won't happen, because it will. So, damn. Something bit me. Alright, well, that's it. I'm done ranting. I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully all this audio turns out great. If you like this, check out a bunch of my other rants. I'm sure there's a I've started doing more and more of them. Leave a comment below on your opinion, whether good or bad. Please leave me a comment on how you think my opinion about the motovlog community and where I see it going, whether it's heading in a good direction or a bad direction. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Adios.